Hello, this is Solomon Davis, Right Side Trader. Today is September 2nd, 2023, and this is my weekly market review, where I'm reviewing the Russell 2000 on a monthly chart, on a quarterly chart, on a weekly chart, and a daily chart. This is all for educational purposes only, no trade recommendation, because as we all know, trading is risky. You can lose money at trading, so please check with your financial advisor, please check with your significant other, and make sure trading is something that is actually suitable for you. The big thing, we have turned green on the quarter. We are in our new month. We are expecting what we kind of like see there on the monthly chart, which is that little green peak there. Let's see if it can keep going. And like I said before, I think we had made our bottom a couple of weeks ago on that Friday, and we are getting close to a top already. Let's zoom on in and take a closer look and see what's going on here and see what we see. Let me see if I can do this right and do it a little bit. I'm always doing it a little bit different. What's that? I don't know what that is. Close that up. Something came up new. They must have added something to the platform. Okay, on the quarterly chart. On the quarterly chart, as I said, we are green. We're getting close to that top, but we got quite a ways to go. We have to get above. We got at least 40 more points to go before we get to that top and start slowing down a little bit. I can see it on the quarterly chart. On the monthly chart, as we can see, this is a new month. You know, just the second day in the month. We had only one day there of trading. We are turning green. This thing could go up, you know, for a little bit more. You know, again, I'm talking 1960s, 1961. We did get back above 1900. And the thing is now, are we going to go all the way back up to 2000 before we actually turn around? Because this can get into my zone up here before it actually starts turning back. Let's take a quick look at the weekly chart and see what we're seeing there. We are above the 10. We are bullish. I think I have the 9 on here. Now, 9 is my line that I like using. I have the 9, and that's what I like using. Now on the weekly chart, we do have, let me zoom in a little bit here. You can see that zigzag, and we're zagging back to the upside. We actually have a morning star forming here on the weekly chart. Like I said last week, that Friday was our low, look like. And the reason I was able to say that, I saw that we was actually getting a higher, even though on one, I think when we get to the daily chart, we're going to see that we had a bearish looking pattern, but that bearish pattern was in the wrong location. And we also, me looking at it, I saw that we had a higher high and than the previous low. So I was believing that the market was getting ready to turn around. I left some of my bearish trades, my bearish call spreads type stuff on. I actually had to get out of my put and all that I had on, take a small loss there, but the other trades kind of made up for it. So I'm okay there. Enough about the trades, but that's what I see. I see the next week all we're going to be doing is looking for a confirmation, but we don't, like I said, we don't have that much room to go. We're looking here on the weekly chart. It can get up in there into the 60s and maybe 75, but will we break 2,000 again? Don't know, and that's what we're going to be looking at. Here on the daily chart, let me zoom in a little bit more, and you can see this is that Friday low, and it was just barely a little bit higher here on the Russell than that previous low, and that's what, even though this was kind of like this piercing pattern, it's kind of like a bearish piercing pattern, and if this was at a top, you know, I would be expecting this thing to drop, but it was at the bottom, you know, at the bottom, then the next day a higher low. This thing is getting ready to go back up. I should have been out of that trade on that day instead of waiting till the next day, you know, but that's how we are. That's why. That's all part of trading. And as we can see right now, the stochastic is actually getting close to the top. So that's why I'm saying this thing may start slowing down. Will it make it all the way back up here before it turns over? Will it bust through there? Don't know. But based on what I'm seeing right now, yeah, you know, getting out of my short trade was a good thing. You know, letting my cover call stuff that expired on this past Friday, it was high enough where everything was okay there. But that's it. As we can see, this market has turned around, and the question is, how high will it go? And that's all I really want to share at this time. Again, this is Solomon, Right Side Trader. Hope you guys had a great week. Hope you guys are having a great weekend, and I'll talk to you next week. Have a good one. Bye.